Good morning, my dear students of class 8th. I welcome you all to this new class of social science where we are now heading with chapter 2 of history, which is from trade to territory. Children, in the previous introductory classes, we saw that with what motive the East India Company started arriving India, and then which were its toughest competitors. Then what did East India Company do with those competitors? They tried to ruin their business, tried to sink their ships, and so many efforts so that they go back to their own country and do not come and trade in India. Our next topic for the chapter is East India Company begins trade in Bengal. So now we know that East India Company came to India for trading. This much we know. The first English factory was set up in the banks of river Hooghly. Where is river Hooghly? In Kolkata. So East India Company started with its trade in from Bengal firstly. So it set up its first factory in on the banks of river Hooghly in 1651. Now the company made its warehouses. Warehouses are big places where goods are stored. And by 1696, children, it began building a fort around the settlements. It also got Diwani of 3 villages in 1698 with the help of some corrupt officers. One of the village was Calicut, which is now known as Kolkata. Meanwhile, the company also persuaded the Emperor Aurangzeb for Farman. Farman is the royal order, very similar to the charter. This Farman granted the company the right to trade duty free. Children, as soon as they came to India with the thought of trade, they just not began with trade, they started occupying the complete power. They gave the Farman to the Mughal ruler Aurangzeb and they started trading without any duty. Duty is the taxes. When you pay, when you do a business, you might be knowing that we pay some taxes for that, some rent. But these Britishers, they were doing the trade duty free without any tax. The officers started using Farman of duty free trade for their own side business also. When these officers saw that duty free trade is giving lot of benefits to East India Company, they were using this Farman for their personal utilization and for their personal trade also, children. Okay, so which resulted in heavy losses, of revenue for the Nawab of Bengal. Obviously, the Nawab of Bengal was bearing so much of loss because East India Company was doing trade with firstly from Bengal, and it was completely without any tax. So the government of Bengal, in terms of Nawabs, were not getting any profit, rather than they were facing so much of loss. Murshid Quli Khan was Nawab of Bengal and was a strong ruler who started protesting against this. Murshid Quli Khan was first Nawab of Bengal. Then came Ali Vardi Khan, and his successor was his grandson Sirajud-Dowla. So all these three kings were opposing all this. The new Nawab of Bengal refused to grant any concession to the Britishers and also demanded large tributes. Tributes here, it means taxes. Of course, for so long the British East India Company was doing trade without any duty, but this new king insisted to have large amount of taxes from the company. He also accused company by deceit, by not paying revenue, and he accused means he blamed the company that for so long this company is not paying any taxes, which is wrong, and not and trying to humiliate Nawab by writing disrespectful letters to him and his officials. He also stopped fortifications by the company. The rival between the company and Nawab intensifies. Now, what happened in this when the new Nawab started refusing and started ordering the East India Company to pay all those taxes, and then he tried to disrespect the Britishers by writing a letter for not paying the revenue, right? And this was also mentioned in the letter that firstly you are not paying the revenue and you are trying to humiliate us. For their part they have written, and with all this letter and everything with accusation, the relationship got intensified in terms of getting worse. So relationship started getting worse between the Nawabs and British East India Company, right children? Now the rival between the company and Nawab intensifies as company declared that unjust demands of officials as could ruin its trade and enlarging its business, children, right? So here we should understand that when you are writing something against, obviously the British East India Company is going to feel humiliated, isn't it? They will think that why this new Nawab is trying to accuse us, why this new Nawab is trying to accuse us, and asking the company to pay for such a long amount, isn't it? So this led to the feeling of outrage, this led to the feeling of little insecurity, which was that if these unjust demands will go on taking place, then it could affect and ruin the company's trade and the company's enlarging settlements, and it was necessary for the British East India Company to trade. This was the reason that led to Battle of Plassey take place. And the Battle of Plassey I will explain in the next class. Till then, read the chapter. Be safe. Thank you all so much, students. Take care. Bye bye.